Hey, Tessa here from Green Angel, and I make these videos to hopefully help make sustainable living easier for you, more accessible, and just more budget friendly in general, and help you navigate through sustainable living, which I think we all realize the planet needs right now. So today I wanted to share with you some great tips I learned from this book I'm reading, a guide to almost zero waste living. And it really shocked me to kind of learn about the amount of food we waste, and also the obvious things we can do to prevent this. So I'm going to share 5 main tips to reduce your food waste. And this is a big deal because humans, we waste a lot of food, from schools to restaurants to homes to industry to anywhere. Basically, a lot of food is wasted. And I actually read a shocking statistic that a third of the food we produce is wasted, and this is around equal to 133 billion pounds. So that basically means that if we would distribute our food better, then the whole problem of starvation of other people would probably be next to nowhere. So this is quite a shocking statistic if you think about it. And so this, not only that, but also this food waste actually provides a lot of problems because it goes into our landfills, and landfills are not designed to decompose the food. Most landfills are lined with clay and rubber to prevent nasty liquids from going through and polluting our water systems, and they're also covered so no oxygen can come in, which is necessary for the decomposing process. So this just makes the food a very long to decompose there, and creates a lot of nasty bacteria in those landfills. So it's really great if we can kind of find ways to minimize our food waste. And the one and most obvious one is source reduction. So a lot of times farmers, they kind of decompose excess food, just let it decompose naturally if they build it, and that's fine in the short run. But for you as a consumer, just start maybe to purchase less food and really think about what you need only. So don't buy anything more than you need. Maybe go shopping in more increments throughout the week than in one big bulk at a time. And another great thing is portion control. So only cook as much as you know your family and you will eat, and only put as much on your plate as you know you will eat. Maybe use a smaller plate or something. The second one is feed the hungry, and with this I mean is make sure there are no leftovers. So either donate your excess food to a local food pantry for the homeless, or give it excess leftovers to homeless people, or maybe to neighbors that don't cook for themselves, or give it to friends and family. Give it to family members. Even when you organize a dinner, just at the end of the night when you have a get together with friends, make sure everybody gets a bit of leftovers to go home. Just make sure that all the food you do have gets eaten. This is actually quite obvious, but something that I think we all kind of struggle with sometimes. And another thing, if you don't want to feed the hungry people, you can feed the animals. And if you have chickens, you probably don't, but if you do, you can feed them the leftovers instead of buying animal food, or you can actually donate it to farms that raise livestock, which is a really great alternative as well. And then another one is industrial use. So a lot of times leftover food can be used for fuel, which is a great technology, and we can kind of use that to limit our dependence on fossil fuels. But this is again something that maybe we need a bit more technology. So just see if it's already available in your area, and if not, something we might have to wait a couple years for technology to catch up with this. And again, if none of these works, you can always compost the food yourself instead of putting it in the trash. Just put it in a compost bin instead, which is already much better. And finally, the fifth one is expiration dates. So if it says on the packets best used by, it doesn't say that you can't eat it after that date. It's just a recommendation from the manufacturer that the product will be of best quality if used or if eaten by that date. And the same goes for use by. It's also a recommendation. Now, I don't mean go and eat moldy food with this. Use your common sense, but most of the time, if it's 1 or 2 days over the limit, a lot of food you can still eat. Another really good tip is to kind of organize your food by expiration date and prioritize eating foods that have a expiration date that is coming up. Like canned foods, you can store much longer than fruits and vegetables and bread, for example. And again, another one, like the sell-by dates, those are just like a recommendation for supermarkets and stores that they have to sell a product by that date. So that doesn't mean it's not good anymore after that date. It's still quite good. So I hope these tips help you. I hope they gave you useful advice on how to reduce your food waste and live more sustainable, and at the end of the day help the planet create the circular economy. I hope you liked this video and see you in the next one. Bye bye.